Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for my Libras. Let's go ahead and jump straight in. Any information that you may be looking for will be listed in the description. We're going to do a 72-hour forecast. All right, let's get into it. So first deck I want to start with, let's start with this deck. Okay, what is the energy around my Libras for the next 72 hours? Okay, we got cards flipping everywhere. So a mistake is something to learn from is the first card that we have here. And we also have remember to respond rather than react. So right off the bat, let's get into these oracles. So Spirit wants you to know over the next 72 hours, if there is any mistakes that you quote unquote end up making, or mistakes in general you could be beating yourself up for, whether it, transpires in this time frame or not, know that there's no need to beat yourself up or replay the same story or live in this, like this sense of needing to like scold yourself. The only thing you need to do is learn from that mistake and move from it or move on from it. And also too, in dealing with other people who are constantly making the same mistakes and putting you in the same position, understanding the mistake is something that you learn from. So if you have somebody who's repeatedly repeating the same issue, doing the same thing over and over and over again, at that point, it's not a mistake, it's on purpose, okay? And also too, during this time frame, make sure that you're using a well-balanced, or make sure you have a good balance between logic and emotion. This is not the time to be letting emotion take the driver's seat, okay? Respond rather than react. This is not the time to let emotions carry you into, doing things that you can't necessarily take back or doing anything, period. Make sure you are having a balance between logic and emotion. Let's pull some cards from here too. Libras, what does the next 72 hours have in store for them? What's the advice? Let's see, we have words of abundance. You have the ability to manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Also describe your own and the world's economic situation in a loving and optimistic term. And this is what you attract for yourself and others. So yes, this is being careful of the words that you speak over yourself. Are you speaking poverty over yourself? Are you speaking a lack vibration over yourself? Or are you speaking opportunity? Are you speaking positivity into your life? That's what you guys need to be doing during the next 72 hours, is speaking abundance over yourself. Ask the universe, why am I so lucky? Okay, why am I so blessed? Why do I get everything that I want? Because in the end, even in the quote unquote bad scenarios that we go through, the universe is still looking out for you. The universe still got your back. So let's continue. We also have focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So yes, during this time frame too, if you are feeling a level of uneasiness, it could be due to the fact that your spirit is calling for you to get started with your ideas, with your priorities, your sense of knowing or inner knowing that you're supposed to be doing something could be triggered over the next 72 hours. And you do need to find ways to hone in on your quote unquote priorities or the things that matter to you. How can you put more of a focus on the things that matter to you instead of the things you can't control and the things that don't necessarily matter or the things you don't want? All right, so let's keep going, Libras. I'm gonna pull some cards from my tarot deck now. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What does the next 72 hours have in store? So yes, I do see some of you guys making a crucial decision around finances. If you've been debating about whether or not to venture into a new career path or a new job, you will be taking the time out to sit with yourself, analyze everything that you've learned from in your current career path or your current job and make that decision, okay? But with the Moon card here, you could be letting fear or worry or anxiety stop you from doing certain things that you have been wanting to do. And for a lot of you, you've been experiencing this anxiety for a while. So it's either you're going to address the anxiety head on so that you can move beyond it, or let the anxiety consume you and stop you in your tracks. And a lot of you are kind of tired of that. Another thing that I'm picking up on over the next 72 hours, if you've been dealing with somebody who seems just very unsure or uncertain, and let me fix this, I'm sorry guys. If you guys have been dealing with somebody who seems very unsure or uncertain in terms of what they want, whether they want to be in a relationship or if they just want to have like a flingy scenario, they could be taking the time out right now to figure out if they do want to pursue the situation more serious. Okay, and this person could be dealing with their own fears. Fears of being rejected, fears of things going wrong. Also, if you've been experiencing financial fluctuations over the next 72 hours, I think that you guys are going to get to the root of what that's been. What has been eating away at your money? What has been eating away at your resources? So you guys may have two business ideas, two creative endeavors that you want to pursue, but you don't know which one is actually like in alignment with you, which one is actually going to be successful. And that could be something that's also a focus. Now, I have the Fool card, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands as the next cards here. So something to do with an Aries. I even have a little bit of Virgo energy here. Scorpio may be of significance. Okay, but the Fool card just speaks about fresh starts, taking a leap of faith into the unknown. And that's basically what's going to happen for you guys, okay? Over the next 72 hours, you're going to be called to go out of your comfort zone, especially if you've been reviewing your life, reviewing certain areas in your life and seeing that the only option is forward. Like you can't keep going backward. You can't keep going back to uncertainty. Okay, I'm also seeing, when it comes to your personal belief systems, your morals, your faith systems, a lot of you are going to be changing the way that you think, okay? Especially if you've been letting other people kind of control the narrative of how you see things. You could be like doing this reprogramming, this reshaping around your concept around money, or around your concept around love. It's like you're starting to see that maybe a lot of outside people could be influencing you, or even somebody that you're dealing with, in more ways than necessary. I also see some really good advice that may be given to you during this time frame. You could maybe get a spiritual reading, and that advice in that spiritual reading is liberating. Or you could be talking to somebody who, you know, makes perfect sense, like a friend or a family member, and they give you some really, really profound advice that you can take and make some sort of decision or move with. But I feel like the main focus for this time frame is choices that you guys are having to make, and having to choose between the old and the new, essentially. Our old version of you or the older version of you. But this is what I see. I hope that this was helpful and they give you some insight. If you enjoyed this reading, definitely thumbs up the video and subscribe. And I will see my beautiful Libras in the next one. Bye, guys.